If World War III begins tonight, normal life will violently collapse within minutes. This video is not entertainment. It is a survival briefing meant to keep you alive. In the first hours of war, fear and confusion will kill faster than weapons. Losing control of your thinking will push every decision closer to danger. The first action you must take is stopping, breathing, and regaining mental control. Clear thinking in the first moments of collapse matters more than any weapon. Get indoors immediately and remove yourself from open streets and chaos. Streets will rapidly become death zones filled with fire, debris, and panic. Windows shatter into deadly weapons when blast waves hit nearby buildings. Move toward the lowest reinforced area of your building, preferably underground. Interior rooms and basements greatly increase survival during explosions and collapse. Secure drinking water immediately before power loss and contamination begin. Tap water cannot be trusted once infrastructure starts failing under pressure. Fill every container you own because water equals survival time and options. Shut off gas lines early to prevent fires and explosions inside your home. Electrical surges can destroy appliances and ignite hidden fires within seconds. Unplug everything that is not essential to survival or communication right now. Next, you must gather emergency supplies before systems and access completely fail. Focus only on items that keep you alive rather than things meant for comfort. Food, medicine, flashlights, batteries, and radios should be your top priorities. You will not have much time as infrastructure failure accelerates rapidly. Information becomes extremely valuable once the internet and phone networks disappear. A battery-powered radio may become your only reliable link to the outside world. Listen carefully for official emergency broadcasts and verified instructions only. Avoid rumors and social panic because false information spreads faster than truth. Prepare yourself mentally to remain hidden, quiet, and unnoticed for extended periods. Lights can attract desperate people who are no longer thinking clearly. Sound travels far in empty streets and reveals your location instantly. Movement during early collapse dramatically increases risk and exposure to danger. Staying sheltered is almost always safer than traveling through chaos. Only leave your shelter if staying becomes more dangerous than moving. If you must move, plan carefully and avoid main roads and crowds. Borders, checkpoints, and highways become deadly traps during large-scale conflict. Protect your family first because survival becomes harder when separated. Trust preparation, discipline, and calm thinking instead of luck or hope. This is not a movie, and there will be no second chances. Survival favors those who act early, stay calm, and think clearly. If this information reaches you in time, act immediately without hesitation. Someone else may survive because you chose to share this. Remember these actions because the first hours decide everything. War does not forgive hesitation, mistakes, or disbelief. Survival begins the moment you choose to act. Act now before chaos decides for you. Your senses will become your most important tools in the first moments of chaos. Notice unusual sounds, smells, and movement because danger rarely announces itself. Avoid large gatherings, riots, and panicked crowds at all costs. Plan your shelter escape routes even if you hope not to use them. Keep a low profile to avoid drawing attention to yourself or your supplies. Avoid windows, skylights, and reflective surfaces where light can reveal your location.
Silence is more valuable than weapons in the first chaotic hours. Stay away from fires, explosions, and structural damage zones. Water is more valuable than food in the early stages of collapse. Always conserve energy and avoid unnecessary movement. Identify multiple shelter points in case your primary location becomes unsafe. Prioritize protection over comfort. Walls and barricades matter more than mattresses. Use makeshift weapons only as a last resort to defend yourself. Keep a small, easily accessible stash of food and water near your shelter. Avoid panic buying or exposing yourself while seeking supplies in public. Use light and shadow to your advantage when moving or hiding. Memorize nearby exits and safe zones before venturing out. Avoid predictable routines that can be observed by others. Always have backup power for communication devices and essential electronics. Keep your identity and location secret from strangers at all costs. Mark danger zones with visible symbols only for your reference. Prepare for long periods without power, water, or reliable communication. Expect looters and opportunists. Assume everyone outside may be a threat. Remain adaptable. Circumstances will change every hour during the initial collapse. Avoid unnecessary conversation with strangers who may spread panic or misinformation. Stay hydrated, even if it means rationing water carefully. Conserve heat and energy in cold conditions. Body warmth is critical. Avoid crossing open areas without cover, especially during daylight or smoke. Rotate positions and observation points to avoid detection. Secure your shelter against intruders using barricades or reinforced entry points. Keep critical supplies in multiple hidden locations to prevent total loss. Establish a routine for checking nearby threats without being predictable. Prepare for psychological stress. Fear and confusion are constant threats. Avoid unnecessary risk, even when curiosity tempts you to explore. Keep an escape bag with essentials ready at all times. Always assume you are being watched during initial collapse. Prioritize safety over comfort. Sleeping in darkness may be necessary. Regularly scan surroundings for changes, threats, or movement. Use reflections, mirrors, or water surfaces to observe without being seen. Stay calm. Panic leads to mistakes that can cost your life. Check all entry points regularly for signs of breach or intruders. Maintain secrecy of your resources to avoid attracting unwanted attention. Keep your body and mind ready for sudden evacuations or attacks. Remember, the first hours will determine who survives and who doesn't.